Feeling so amazing. These blades by my side. It makes me feel sane. I just love it when it rains. I feel so amazing.
Welcome to One on One with Jane. I'm your host, and today I have Rosie Andlauer on my show. She's actually a talented individual, and what actually got you into what you do best?
Hi, Jane. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I just recently started modeling and kind of reinventing my life. I've gone from being a business owner for 30 years to starting a new career as a model, which is a total transition for me.
I feel like you have a really nice voice, and if you just keep practicing, you'll probably get better at it. Of course, like everything takes practice. Um, and I know earlier you mentioned something about a tattoo. So, did you model with tattoos before?
Well, I'm actually pretty heavily tattooed. I'm pretty much covered, so I have them all over. They're on my arms, my chest, legs, everywhere. I modeled actually this weekend in New York. I did a fashion show with short sleeves, and my tattoos were showing. I got a lot of attention because they were showing, and everybody loved them. So they were very well received.
Okay, yeah, because in acting it's different compared to modeling. Acting, some directors probably would say, "Oh, she has a tattoo," unless the film fit the role. You know what I mean? Unless you never know.
I think it would certainly depend on the role. I have no doubt that there would be things that I would not be considered for because I have tattoos, but I think that's the case with anything. Like if they've got a vision of a tall, thin person and you're short and heavy, that won't work. Or if you're blonde and they want a brunette or something, I mean, they're gonna look for a certain person for every role. It was through an agent, but it was actually a friend of mine who's also a model that had found this particular fashion show that I did last weekend, and she mentioned me to him. He looked at my pictures and accepted me, so a friend of mine and her husband and me and my husband all went together.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because it's a small world. I know some people are on social media and it works, and sometimes it's just word of mouth. They call you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so
Well, there's been a lot of calls for things since the show, so I think that, I don't know, maybe the YouTube videos and all the presentations that they have been doing, word has been getting out because I've been getting calls for various interviews and other shows and things like that ever since the weekend. So I think word's spreading.
you know what? I can't think of that lady, but I'm not a TV person because finally after a year I put on Netflix and there was nothing really on, and then I was like, because I'm always busy doing things, and at least you're better looking than that lady. Gosh, that 50-year-old that made it singing. I can't think of her name.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? She has dark hair. She kind of looks like a man, and she made it.
Oh, I think I know who you mean. Yeah, I don't know her name though.
Yeah. I was like, wow. I guess that's what's in nowadays.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily just looks. I mean, there are a lot of attractive people out there, but I honestly, I think it's more personality. You kind of have to shine like kind of a zest for life that they have to see that and see that in your eyes, I think. When you're modeling, you have to be pretty expressionless, basically, because they don't want that attention to your face. They want it on whatever you're wearing, but you do still want to radiate a certain life force or something. So I think that makes a big difference too, in your ability to talk and get out there, show confidence, and just enjoyment of life, I think, is really a key.
Yeah, you're right. You know why? Is because I had a older business partner that passed away 2018. He used to always say they should know how to act. It doesn't matter. He said it just like how you said it. And he was one of my writing partners, and I was like, oh, okay, Robert. At first, I didn't believe it because I was like, looks matter, and good acting skills, So I learned from him. I learned a lot, actually.
Right. Well, there are all kind of roles out there for people of every look, size, shape, color, hair color, eye color, everything. It's just a matter of finding the right thing that you fit in with.
So, did you enjoy that experience out in New York?
I loved going to New York. I've never been there before. It was a great trip. We saw so many things. We spent Saturday with all of us just walking around. We did have a professional photographer with us, and he walked around and took pictures throughout the city. And then Sunday was the fashion show, and that was such an amazing experience. It was my first fashion show and my first time in New York, so it was really, really exciting, and everyone was absolutely wonderful and very welcoming.
Well, good thing you actually had your husband with you because sometimes, some photographers. I'm not sure about your area, but it's always good to be have someone with you.
My age might be a part of it.
Yeah, you read my mind. I was gonna say something like that. I was like, okay. I was like, wow, she kind of answered.
Very respectful to
Mhm.
me, and I think it's partly, because of my age that they are very respectful.
Yeah, it's never too late because what is it called? I know people every age range that are modeling. Mostly the oldest I know are up to 50, but I have another friend of mine. It's a lady that actually was in the movement. It's actually an educational documentary. She's older and she models. She might be around your age. I never asked her how old you are because, it's not right. I know that feeling when someone asks a woman, "How old are you?" But she's older, but she's a nice person. I knew her for a long time. She models. She does a lot of things. She's kind of like you, flip version. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, there are roles for everything, and at any age. I mean, even in your 80s, there may be a skincare product or clothing line that's appropriate, or whatever the product may be. And it could be a medical product, it could be a hearing aid or something. I don't know, but there's something out there for everyone.
I know you should have been a spokesmodel saying that. Well, thanks a lot for being on One on One with Jane.
Feeling so amazing. These blades by my side. It makes me feel safe.